Diaz Gunners Collective. Back at it, homie, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. What? Here's another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. She's a what? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. She's a white girl with a black habit. Ba-ya, ba-ya, ba-ya-ya-ya-ya. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Orale, I got all into it, right? You already know what it is. You got to hit that butterfly. But don't go chasing waterfalls like TLC because you might find a motherfucking well empty and dry. And Sasuke, I don't know about you, but I like it wet. I stay having my girl dripping. Now, Trip, right? In the Menudo style in direct fashion, you guys can tell by that thumbnail right there, man. We're about to get it in. And we're going to talk about some realness right now. No fun and guard. Hold back, bitch, right? No fun and games. Just real, man. I needed to explain to the gente exactly the situation I'm in. So there's no discrepancies for those of you that don't know. So those of you get a chance to go somewhere if you need to get that somewhere. And for those of you that want to stay represent, uplift the raza and on a positive note and do that. Homie, like I said, I'm not a negative channel or a positive channel. I'm a real channel, man. Let's do this. But I feel like I should not explain myself, but tell you about the aftermath of my whole little situation, man, when it comes to activities and non-activities, being an active Norteño and a non-active Norteño. Now, Trip, when I made the ultimate decision and I felt that I was backed against the wall or the corner to decide whether I was going to continue to push the agenda, the politics and that in prison, I decided that, hey, you know what? My best avenue for self-preservation is to get off and get somewhere, right? If I choose to continue in the path I'm in, you know, it's going to equal my demise. I'm going to get asked out because no one else cares about what you're going through. They only care about the bigger picture. No one man is bigger than the cause. No one man is bigger than the politics or what's going on. Everyone is expendable. You need to understand and learn that, grip that. You know, hey, I know you want self-gratification. You want to be that one, but it doesn't always work out that way. There's very few that could achieve that level, Holmes, and they're not giving up their spot for no one, Holmes. And that's just how it be like, right? So anyways, I was of understanding. I'm a grown man. I know what time it is. You know, I knew I was expendable. I knew I had finally hit a yard. I had finally come into a place in my life where I was no longer needed. I was no longer going to allow myself to be utilized, and I was no longer part of that puzzle, man, because the puzzle that was being played wasn't the puzzle that I signed up for. See, I signed up to handle my business in a certain way, in certain situations. If this was the enemy, that was the fucking enemy. If those Southsiders over there looked at us a certain way, we were getting off. If the Bulldogs looked at us, well, they didn't even have to look at us. We just got off on sight, right? Certain things I had signed up for, I agreed with. But when it came to constantly be removing my people, when it came to constantly be beating up Northerners or constantly be on their head or checking them or checking into their backgrounds and doing this, I understand you have to secure casa. I understand that, you know, you don't want to be around poop butts. But at the same time, Holmes, I was seeing a lot of discrepancies going on within my own car that I didn't feel were righteous. And when I voiced my opinion, Holmes, my opinion wasn't heard. Now, the last thing you want in life as a man is to not be heard. If you got a voice and you speak on it, that's it. You want motherfuckers to hear you. Hey, man, so scared. Hey, what about me? Hey? Right? You know what I mean? What about you, puto? It's more, we're in the what about you era. You know, it's a slash, I don't give a fuck, what about you era. You know, it's like white girl to a black guy era. You know what I mean? It's always going to work out. Well, this one ain't quite working out, though, for us. We thought it was, but it wasn't. This era of who the fuck are you is bad. Simply bad because nobody is above anyone else, but everybody is fighting to be above everyone else. If you catch my drift, man, there's a lot of individualism, a lot of homeboy favoritism. You can go from yard to yard in prison, man, and like I said, everything's cool over here, but it ain't cool no more over there. It's just how it is. It's how it works out for you, right? But Trip. So anyways, the day ultimately that I pulled my movida and the day that I decided, you know, this is not for me anymore, a lot of thinking went into it. That whole night, I sat up with my cellie and I thought about my life up until that point. I thought about all the struggle and the hardships that I went through, you know, all the way from the youth authority, getting stabbed, getting battery packed, getting hit with the 2x4 behind the bend in Nellis, my first riot, my second riot, melees, just a lot of different things that happened in my life that really stood out to me of sacrifices that I had made for the cause that I truly believed in. And I remember telling myself, well, it wasn't supposed to be this way. It wasn't all about fighting and struggling against an opposition that looks just like me for what? For pennies on the pound? I'm not gaining nothing, right? You know, I'm not gaining education, wisdom. This struggle that I'm struggling for seems to be never ending. When is it ever going to stop? When am I ever going to reap the rewards? And, you know, I'm only reaping repercussions for my actions. I'm not reaping rewards for what I've done. This is not bountiful. I got no 401k. I got no insurance. My credit's all fucked up. I got a skunka that's probably fucking, I don't know if it's my kid or her kid or her kid or my kid. I don't know. It's probably Leroy's kid. But I got a lot of different things going on and just doesn't seem to be working out for me. Now, I'm not blaming anyone for the decisions I made. In life, you have to be held accountable for the fucking decisions you make, right? So I definitely was holding myself accountable, but I was weighing my options, looking at the situation. Ultimately, I came to the understanding that I needed to think about myself instead of the homies. I had to turn my back on them. Couldn't beat them up, couldn't pull the Mac on them, do the only thing that the gun could do and turn my back on them, right? And the reason I had DMX said it, right? Fill it up with unlead it. The reason that the wind blew that way and I had to do this was because I had to think about me and mines. You know, ultimately, you have to think about you and yours with less minimal damage to the people that you also care for, right? You know, I had to think and first, for once, put myself and my family in front, ahead of what I was fighting for so many years, because what I was fighting for wasn't giving back to me. At least I was getting unconditional love and respect from a family and for myself. You know, I had self-respect, but from the cause, man, I was getting nothing but more anguish and another pegada, another removal, another. And I wasn't being utilized as a tool. It wasn't that fucking, oh, well, we're just going to use this guy. It was nothing like that because I was in a position of progress. I was in a position where I can make some things happen too. I chose to be on front lines. I chose to do that for the people because I wanted to lead by example and I wanted to place myself, you know, I didn't want to jeopardize the fucking safety and security of any of the other homies. If a homie's doing 2 or 3 years, I didn't want to fucking jeopardize him. I seen that happen before. A little youngster from Stockton came in doing 2 years. The fucker's doing life. He killed someone in Tracy. It's ugly. No, allegedly, he did that, right? He's done. So you got to understand the game gets real. It gets real on these California streets. The shit gets real in prison too. You know, for those of you that think, oh, everything's going to be cool. I got a couple homies that are locked up, man. It's all good. We're going to get in there, get our tablets and do TikToks. Shit, they're going to TikTok your fucking ass. It's going to get ugly fast. It gets uglier faster than it gets pretty. So I choose to pull my Movida and now they take me to the wheel. Okay, and I'm in the hole. And I remember there's a mirror, dusty ass mirror, and I look at myself. And I actually had tears in my eyes. I actually couldn't breathe, man. You know, like when your old lady fucking cheats on you with a couple Africanos, you know, 3 doors down, how you can't breathe, that feeling? I mean, I've never had it, but I know Adam knows that feeling, right? Adam 22. It's a feeling like that it just takes your breath away, you know? I can't. You know what I mean? He's over there like Lena the plug was, you know, with that one Africano. So that's just how it be, but anyway, so you can't breathe. And so I remember looking at myself thinking, wow, my career's over. What did I do? Not knowing that the path in life I was going to journey down was much better than the one I was on. Now, I'm not going to sit here and belittle any gang or anything like that, man, and talk shit. I'm just going to say it wasn't working out for me, right, at that particular time. It just wasn't doing what it was supposed to do, cuz. And if that, at the end of the day, oh, power roof, it's not doing what I wanted to do, well, I have to fucking get on. I can't front and fake the funk. I can't do none of that, right? If I'm not going to be active, then I'm going to be not active to the fullest. But at the same time, I'm going to show canalismo and love and respect for that cause because I've always believed in it. Regardless if there's some bad apples, homes, that don't spoil the whole damn bunch like Donny Osmond. I believe truly that there are some good gente that are really striving for the betterment of the people, that are really coming together, man, you know, and the embracement is real. So I know I've been through all of it, the ups and the downs, the backslides, all that. So I remember looking at myself in the mirror that day and thinking, damn, what did I do? There's no takebacks. So I was good. I wish I could buy back in right now, right? I wasn't ready. After the fact, I was not ready, gente. I wasn't ready to go. I wasn't ready to let the norte go. I wasn't ready to let the canalismo and the spreads with the homies and the smiles and the máquina and all that it encompasses, you know, I wasn't ready to let that go. But it was too late. See, when you make a decision as a man in life, if you're a kid and you make a decision, you could go back. You know what I mean? You could try to fix that. But as a man, once a decision is made, it's fucking laid in stone, eh? Anyone that backsides and keeps going back and forth, like an Aaliyah song, right? You know, it's all bad, homes. You only get yourself in more of a digger. You know, when you go back and forth on the ground, you start to dig a hole, homes, and you start to sink, right? And I wasn't trying to sink like the Titanic. I was trying to be out there like a Hispanic and make motherfuckers panic. I was doing my thing, right? So I'm looking at the situation and I'm really feeling hurt, but I hurt myself, right? I'm feeling let down by the homies and let down by myself. But really, ultimately, I know people will sit there and be like, oh, I got removed for this, or this was happening. And everyone's quick to blame everything else. I can't blame no one else, man. It was part of the thick game that was happening. It's a treacherous, treasonous ass fucking game that I was involved in. I was involved in a game of life or death, a real game. There's no games in this game. And so when I chose to do my movida and get the fuck up out of there, ultimately I knew there was no get backs and no going back. So I go from there. I end up ultimately on Jamestown Yard on a 50-50 yard, man. I do my little time. And I remember thinking to myself, looking around like, despicable ass characters. Most of these dudes probably got removed or fell off because they were fucking suckers, man. This is not me. I'm used to being around homeboys. They're so homie. Pinta bound. See the vatos in my town, and I'm brocheros, big old vatos with whips here and teardrops all the way down their eyes. And I was just used to serio. I wasn't used to this, right? But it was something I was going to have to deal with. And even though I wasn't embracing it, I did my little bit of time, stuck to myself, met up with a few couple homeboys that I knew, and we got our máquina on. That was it, right? So now I get out. And there's repercussions for every action, right? The aftermath of it is a lot of people say you can't go back to your town, you can't go back to your city, you're no longer wanted. You ain't got that coming. That's not the case. That's furthest from the truth. If you were a real righteous dude, man, and you ain't never fucking went and took the stand and snitched on anyone, or you don't got no fucking weird charges and none of that, 99% of the time, the homeboys are going to show love. There's going to be a few political motherfuckers that are really into politics, that are really pushing that hard line, that are going to try to run up or got something to say. But most of them just got something to say, right? A lot of vatos, and this is all goes for all men. A lot of dudes, there's very few. It's very rare for someone to run up on you solo bolo when he sees you, to get off where he's mad at on the calles. Now in the pen, that's different. They'll put something in you. But on the streets, man, as long as there's no cameras looking at them or no one else is with them and sees them, they'll give you a pass. Hey, homie, you already know what it is, but I'll be watching your channel. Oh, no, wait up. That's the whole thing from Houston. Anyway, so it's like, you got to understand that, but you got to understand, and who's the ones that are hitters, who's the ones that are quitters, who's the ones that are bullshitters, who's the ones that are really run up, who's the ones that you could do real fast and they can get done up, right? So you need to be aware. So I remember my awareness was heightened and I was looking around and I felt like shit, man, to be honest. I felt like I had let everybody in the water down. I felt like I let myself down, my family down, everybody. But really, everyone that I ran into was happy for me. And they were happy for me because they were like, damn, fool, how's it feel to fucking finally be free? To finally be in charge of your life, to finally have a grip on your life and to take it where you want to take it. And I started to realize that a lot of these homeboys looked at me with envy. They looked at me with like, damn, bro, I wish I could go that route. And it's pride and pity and all kinds of different emotions that make them not be able to do that, right? But I did. But like I said, gente, there's repercussions for every type of motherfucking action. I got a motherfucking slug for every pimple on your face, right? And so I knew right off the top, man, there was going to be some pleito. And let me tell you about a few different times there was pleito. So I had a chick at the time, fea now, right? God damn, she blew up. She blew up and then I threw up, Está gorda. Now, peace be with you. Now, this chick, I am Optimus Prime. She's like that chick. Don't judge me. She didn't look like that. You know what I mean? Now she looks like Ice Cube back in the days with big nostrils from no Vaseline. So, Bensop. Me and her are going to court. You know what I mean? The bitch can't drive. So she gets a traffic ticket. So we're going to court. And I remember there's like a glass case with like, it tells you every courtroom and where you got to go. And it says your name on big ass bold letters so everyone knows you're a dumbass, right? And she's looking, I can't see my name. I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? It's because you got diabetes and you can't see that good. Look close, right? So she's looking. And in the reflection, I see a vault. He's active. He's from my neighborhood, right? I'm not going to put him on blast. He's a poop butt anyway. I don't even know if he's still active. But at that time, he thought he was somebody, right? I digress. Anyways, so I'm looking and I see him, right? So I turn around quick. I'm like, what's up, homie? And he sees it's me and his eyes get big. He's like, what's up? Now I put him on blast because he's with the little homie, right? You know what I mean? They probably got pulled over with fucking an eighth of weed in their car. Something poop butt like that, right? So I'm like, what's up, fool? And he's like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? What's up? I said, well, what's up? Do you want to get activated or what? I mean, you vatos are pulling up on me. They weren't pulling up on me. They were pulling up to see fucking what time they had to go to court. But I took it like everyone was a threat because I felt like I had something going on. Not them. They were just doing their thing. I felt bad, right? So I want to take it out on someone. I feel bad at myself. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to beat you up, right? So I'm like, what's up, homie? Right? And he's like, hey, fool. Nah, bro, you're tripping, right? So I reached back like a pimp and I slapped the hoe, right? Now, I'm not saying this to belittle anyone or any gang. I'm just saying he took it like a whoa man, I guess. He took it, right? Ah, what the fuck, dude? I've always fucking supported you, right? Get on out of here, poop butt. You know what I mean? The chick was like, yeah, orale, that's what I'm talking about. Shut up, girl, man. You got me all downtown fucking on blast. So now, they jammed. That was my first time getting ran up on after the parole office incident and all that I spoke on before. So the second time, right, I'm at my Theo's house and I'm chilling, man. Shirt off, summertime, ain't nothing like them, son. I just kicked it at home and I polished up the chrome, called the bitch on the phone, told her I'm alone, right? And so I'm chilling and a truck pulls up with one of my Theos and one of my homeboys from my hood. Again, another dude whose name I won't use, who thinks he's all cool up in rap videos. So this Vato's looking at me hella hard, right? Look, I don't know about you, but I've never been the type to just let anyone mean mug and look hard, man. Either two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to get off where I'm mad at, or I'm just going to go inside and watch the Maury Povich show, He Is Not the Father. So I come up to the truck. I'm like, what's up, fool? And he was like, what's up? Still trying to be hard as rocks, right? I said, well, what's good with it, right? And he's like, what are you tripping on, bro? I said, nah, I heard you Vatos are tripping on me, you know? I was paranoid. Anxiety. I thought everybody was out to get me. It was because I was mad at myself for what I did. I was ashamed, man. That's the word for it, ashamed. Ashamed for leaving the cause to which I came up from the concrete like a rose from, right? Ultimately, man, I don't want to try to sound like a badass. You know, I talk about taking L's and W's, but today's W day, right? Right to the mascara. I'm going to tell my brother Chino. Go tell your brother Chino, I say, right? They pulled out, he jams. I get a phone call later. He wants to see me one-on-one in the backyard. I tell him, Kyle, homie. Let's get down, right? He never kailed, right? So he kailed, right? So he just got shut up and that was it. You know, the word spread. They were like, damn, you letting that motherfucking dropout go fucking slap fools around in the face. People were on me. The last incident that really broke my heart was I got ran up on in Livingston, right? Levos. Now, for any of you guys that have ever been to Levos, they don't play, man. They're very political. They're the Wiggles, real out in Levos, right? And I'm up in the store chilling, doing my thing with my chick, and fools get at me like, hey, where you from? I tell them, Merced, were you active? Nah, I ain't active, homie. You know what I mean? I'm actively fucking paying child support to like fucking 2 different chicks. What are you doing, right? What you do? And they're like, we're gonna get at you out here. And so I tell my lady, hey, leave, take the baby and leave, right? Go. They ain't gonna fuck with you, man, but they're gonna get off on me. I had come to the point where I understood I had that coming. I didn't want that to come, but I had that coming, right? And so I remember getting out and fools are like, what's up, fool? And I was like, man, just get off, bro. If you're going to just get off, I'm just tired of this shit, bro. I don't want to I'm not hiding. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to fucking go tell the cops and piece it. Bro, just get off, bro. Just fucking jump me. We'll fight. I'll get mine. You get yours. And that's it. And they started to talk to me. And I remember thinking, damn, man. At one point, it was like, nah, homie. They were like, nah, homie, you don't understand, bro. But it was like, love, right? We were back like as one, and I remember there was no feeling like it. Sometimes I think to myself, do I miss it? Do I miss turning my back on the cause that I loved or the homies? And I say to myself, I do. I do miss the canalismo. I do miss, you know, a lot of the good times, but I don't fucking miss jail, prison, or the bad times, right? And with every good thing, there's a bad thing. And I went through a lot of the bad things to get to the good things. And so some more times I never got to the good things. So that was it. But I got one more little story to tell, right? And it's about dudes that are non-active yards and they continue to fake the funk. Maybe because they miss it as much as I did. See, now I don't miss it. Now with me, for reals, I'm on a whole different level, a whole nother level, right? I'm doing what I does. I'm happy with my life. I'm secure in what I do, and that's it. But this cat G-Face, right? That claims that he's a Southsider, Southerner. I don't know his standings other than what I was told, right? I don't know if to be true or not. All I know is I've been watching his videos on TikTok or whatever, and a lot of his videos, homie, got he's doing truck driving and all that, right? And I was like, cool, man. I actually thought highly of him until I found out a lot of bullshit about him, right? But I thought highly of him, like, yeah, this is a fucking vato. I know he's Armenian and shit, but he represents the raza to the fullest, and he's out there fucking getting his paper homes. And ain't nothing like it to see another fucking man striving and getting that, right? That's cool. And so the Vault's doing his thing. Well, anyways, now I flip to the channels and he's on his fucking cloud chasing shit, and this Vault's talking about fuck Norteños and NK, and I'm a Norteño murderer, and this and that. Well, Mr. Norteño murderer guy, why aren't you locked up for murder if you're a Norteño murderer? Your homeboys are the ones that you testified against. But one thing I want to say in this facts is, you know, this guy boggles my mind. And he boggles my mind because where was that energy at on the SNY yard, Ghostface? G-Face. See, the homie got at me and he told me, bro, like, hey, you, he's like, I don't know why that fool's friendly, bro. I was on, he goes, I'm a dropout, bro. We were on the yard together. You know, come on, G-Face, stop, bro, stop. You're not a Norteño killer, bro, because if you was a Norteño killer and you felt some type of way about guys from up north, then why'd you call me, Holmes, and tell me to fucking, hey, bro, fucking FaceTime me and let's do that? You know, I didn't ask for that. I just said, hey, bro, fucking, you know what I mean? What's happening with it and this and that, you know, like I wanted to get at you, but this was before I knew all the bullshit. I did reach out to you to get at you. That's facts, Holmes. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure you'll show the receipts. Look, Gunner did get at me. I did. But you shot me your number. We could FaceTime, bro. I watch your channel. I support you. I know you're from up north, all this and that. And then the next video is, I'm a Norteño murderer. No, what you need to do is murder that motherfucker that misshaped your beard, because one side is lopsided. That's it, man. I hate motherfuckers trying to play the active role. I hate motherfuckers. Look, I know active guys don't like me. I know that. Hey, I don't knock them, homies. That's what they're supposed to do. They're doing their job. But these non-active guys that are trying to play active, fucking stop it, right? People like G-Face and there's so many others, you know, that try to play that role. Let that shit go, homies. Or you're going to be feeling like how I felt. Like, damn, bro. If you're going to stick with it, just stick with it. If you're not, you're not. You know, I know every fucking road leads to different fucking endings. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, if you ain't built for that or you ain't trying to do all that, you know, you can still be hard as fuck. There's some fools that ain't active that are with the business. They just ain't with that business for whatever reason may be. Don't sit there and play the role like you're cool all of a sudden because you made a rap album with an Asian dude that disrespected the Sur. Mr. Sureño, Mr. fucking Northern Murderer. Come on, bro. Before fucking real ones, you know what I mean, test your ability to see what type of man you are. It's just an ugly situation. I just wanted to address that real quick and bring that into the fold because, you know, I'm wondering why this guy is doing some of the things he does. Is it cloud? Is it doubt with it himself? You know, you're making money, Holmes. You're doing your thing. What more do you want? You're not never going to be Suge Knight. You're never going to be none of them. All you're going to be, bro, is an Armenian dude from 3 different fucking gangs that doesn't know what he is. You know, and that NK, you know, what you got is Savacos. You know what I mean? You're the Savaco killer. So stop it, bro. You know what I mean? Because once you do that, whole room down. Man down! With that being said, I'm just being funny. Most move with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's your story to tell if you want to tell it, man. Everyone looks at things different. I'm just cut and dry and as real as it gets. Hey, some people don't like me for it, but I'm going to continue to do what I does because thumbs up or thumbs down. See, Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive for whatever and truly I believe in, and that's the betterment of the people, black and brown. Let's come together. Woods! I got your back, brothers. You got mine? Fuck no. Well, then I ain't got yours either. This is the gun. Bang, bang. Facts.